Hello viewers, update 1.4 has just dropped on Gran Turismo 7. This is the biggest update the game has seen, so let's jump in and take a look. First thing is we have a brand new intro in the game. Now I'm not going to play this whole thing through, you'd have to wait a couple of minutes to see this. But once you jump in, you'll notice a couple of different things here. Right, where should we start? If you look at the bottom left, just below me, it says dashboard. Let's take a look at the new dashboard that's in the game. So it shows you all the information in a different kind of way. It shows you your progress, the amount of cars. It's kind of the stuff you can see before, but displayed in a slightly nicer way, I would say. If we take a look at the website, it goes through all of the patch notes. There's quite a lot here. So the cars, so 7 cars have been added. If I just move myself out of the way, you can see the first 3 cars on the left there are 3 of the cars that are now available. So Dodge Charger RT, the Mercedes 190E, very cool, and the Nismo 400R. 1.8 million credits for this bad boy. Then we have a very cool Porsche, one of my favorite cars ever, the GT3 RS, the new one. That's 340,000 credits. Then we have a car which I think a lot of people will like, the Lexus LFA, 1.5 million credits. And then 2 more American cars, the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon and the Tesla Model 3 Performance. So 7 pretty cool cars there. No race cars, unfortunately, in this update, but I think it's 7 very solid road cars. There is a new circuit in the game. It's a rally track. It's on snow. If you head over to the tuning shop and into the Extreme tab, you can buy snow tires on your car. I've just done that, so let's take this for a spin. So Lake Louise is in the Americas, set in Canada, as you can see up here. And obviously this menu's a little bit different. We'll touch upon that in a minute. So if you take a look at the configurations, there's 6. So there's a long track, short track, an oval, and then all of those 3 reversed. So let's just do a lap on the long track, shall we? All right, here we go, guys. First gameplay of this track. I'll do some more videos on this, but let's give it a go in the GT3 RS on snow tires. See how this works. Now, please bear in mind, this is my first ever lap of this track. I don't know where it goes, but this is pretty cool, actually, that you can put snow tires on pretty much every car. How does it feel? I mean, I need to get some oversteer. It doesn't quite feel the same as dirt, I wouldn't say. It definitely feels bumpier. You feel the shakiness of the snow. But you know what? The physics don't feel too bad here. I mean, you tell me. Quite a lot of people are critical of the rally physics on this game. They're not the absolute best ever, but I think it's cool to see a new track. We haven't seen a snow track in this game yet. It looks like we're on some sort of like snowboarding track or something. It's very bright, I must say. Gran Turismo loves its reflections, doesn't it? That's a longer corner than I thought it was. I mean, I've always wanted to drift my Porsche GT3 RS on snow, so dream come true. Can we win this race in the final corner? Ooh, bit wide. Get a better exit though. Drag race to the line with the 918. And I'm going to lose. But there we go. And just while we're watching this replay, there is a new feature here. A replay loop, as you can see. So basically, if you turn this on and go to the end of the replay. So this is the end of the race. Normally the replay will just end, and if you turn it on, it just goes back to the start. Kind of simple, really. So for example, if I turn it off, go to the end. So this time, now that it's off, it should just go back to the menu. There we go. So yeah, Lake Louise new circuit in the game, pretty cool. I'll make another video on this, so obviously subscribe for that. And I suppose while we're in the world circuits, you might have noticed a couple of changes. So for example, at the top, we have the weekly challenges now. So this adds some value to the World Circuits section of the game by adding new challenges every week, as it kind of says. So in this case, we've got 6 days left to do this, but you have to finish third in a couple of different events, so 5 different events. Prizes are, if I do 1 event, 100,000 credits, 3 events, 200,000 credits, and then complete all 5-star roulette ticket. We also have the event directory at the top right of the screen, as you can see. So this essentially shows you your overall progress of world circuits and all of the events. So of course, let's say for example, Sunday Cup, that's going to be in certain different tracks. I mean, if you click on it, it shows you the tracks that it's on. These 3 shows you that you've completed it. So it just gives a bit of a nicer UI, a bit clearer as to how much progress you've made. I've done 45%, so I've still got quite a bit of work to do. Now, another really positive change for single player is License Center. If we go into here, we have 50 new license tests under the name of master licenses. So if we go back to normal on the top right there, see, of course, we've got the 50 licenses that are already in the game at the beginning. And then if you complete all of those, you unlock master, as we can see. And here they are. So 50 new tests. I haven't unlocked them all, of course. I've only unlocked the first one. I haven't tried them yet. So I'm going to try this. I'm just going to try one, see if I can do it first time. And if I fail, then I'll close down this channel. Deep Forest, first corner. Probably should have guessed that the brakes wouldn't be the best, shouldn't I? Okay, got gold 4th try there, so I would say that these are probably harder than the normal licenses. They have made that a little bit more difficult. And that's a positive change. I think the normal licenses were a little bit on the easier side. So yeah, stay tuned for another video very soon where I'll go through all the licenses. But for now, very cool addition. Now let's jump back into World Circuits because there are quite a lot of changes here actually. I mean, if you just take a look at the patch notes here, there are quite a few changes to note. So Meeting Place has been replaced with Paddock. Go into one of the tracks, let's say Deep Forest. See at the bottom it says Paddock, so this replaces Meeting Place, and then let's go into one of these lobbies. Okay, that didn't want to work. Let's try a different track. For some reason it wouldn't let me join one where there's other people, so got my own one here. Okay. So it puts you in this little like car park. Can I move my car? Move car to this location. Okay, so you can change which parking space you're in. So obviously everyone in the lobby will just have their own parking space, and then you can communicate with these emojis. And you can obviously do the usual text that you get in sport mode. And then as usual, you can just head out onto track and drive and have a load of fun with that. It's a shame I'm on my own though. Didn't want to load with anyone else, unfortunately. So the next change here is Arcade Race has been replaced with Quick Race. And as you can see, it says plus 400% bonus. So they've definitely increased the payouts for quick races. Also, in addition to the existing AI, players can select to race a prototype of the AI racing agent, Sophy. So we saw Sophy introduced to the game a few months ago, and now it's back permanently on 9 tracks. That you see the ones here with the heart. So it is Le Mans, Spa, Deep Forest, Red Bull Ring, Laguna Seca, Grand Valley 1, Road Atlanta, Suzuka, and Tsukuba. So let's jump into a race around Suzuka against Sophy. Now it's only available on the full course, so not on all the configurations, just the main track. Choose Sophy. And here it shows you the payout difference. So based on your collector level and your circuit experience completion progress, you will get more prize money. Now again, I am going to make a full video on this, but let's see how Sophy... Oh my goodness, right, I'm slow. We've got the emojis still. So those emojis are quite annoying, but we're just gonna try and send it on as many cars as we can. It doesn't seem as hard as the prototype we had a couple of months ago. That was truly another level of difficulty. But it definitely feels more alive than the standard AI. There is no question about that. You have to be like very committed with your moves, otherwise they kind of will just turn across you. And that's quite good because, oh, you see, he tried to go for that move. That's often a criticism I'd have of the normal AI, which is that they don't go for overtakes on each other. They really don't. It seems like the difficulty here is pretty good. The AI we saw before, the one that was in the game a couple of months ago, was obviously completely overpowered, and it was like the absolute best version of Sophy. But here we're looking at a version which is actually more raceable. I'm having a very good race here. It's taking me to the end of the second lap here to catch up with this leading car. Really need to capitalize this part of the track against this Chiron, which is going to have no handling through here. Okay, gave me space that time, but I was a lot more committed with the move. Oh my god, look at that thing go. Oh. I kind of managed to block it off there, but that's actually quite scary. So this is my first experience of Sophy here on this updated version of it, and you know what, that was a really fun race. I mean, I might be lucky with it, exactly how that fell, but that was fun. That was a good balanced race, and you see the Chiron goes back past me there. Whilst I was just watching this replay, you can see here there's a couple of changes to the photo mode in the game. So you can take photos from a higher up position, and there are new shutter speeds, as you can see here. There's also some new rendering quality options. Standard, fine, and extra fine can now be selected. So I think you have to go into walk mode, and then yes, so you can go a little bit higher up than you could before. I don't think this is going to be available at every track or every location of every track. And then shutter speeds, you can go down lower. So it used to be 1/60, I think was the lowest, but now 130, 115, 8, 4. So you can go a lot lower. So you see the rendering time is a lot longer. And that's the result, as you can see. And then if you go into the detail settings here, there's rendering quality, so you can make it a lot better. So with extra fine, 75 to 120 seconds to render that photo. And after that long wait, you can see that this is what it looks like. And whilst we're in World Circuits, there are a bunch of new events that have been added. For example, this Clubman Cup around Special Stage Route X. I mean, I'm sure we're all going to have fun with that one. Now, I'm not going to read all of these out, but as you can see, quite a long list of new events, as is always good to see. Got some new cafe menus as well, as you can see. And that will greet you in the game when you load into this menu. A bonus menu has been added. So there is extra menu 31, 32, 33. I happen to have quite a lot of those already. And then the normal menu books. The new ones are 48 and 49. It says new for 47, but I think that was added last time. One of these new menus is World Touring Car 900, which is new. We've only seen 8 or 700 for World Touring Cars before. So this is going to be like Group 2 cars. Yeah, so the competitors are Group 2 cars. So that's something new, because it's always been Group 3 up until this point in World Circuits. So let's go back to this. GT Auto, new engine swaps are available. Obviously, you have to be collector level 50, but there's another 10 cars which have engine swaps available. And here's something which is pretty cool. Split screen has been added, and you can go up to 4 players. And to access that, you have to go down to multiplayer, down on the bottom right, and you can see that here, split screen race. Now, as you can see, it doesn't give you a choice of every car in the game. It's just only letting me choose, what's this, about 10 different cars here. And I can't even do this anyway, because I'm on my own here. I have no friends, so we go onto this page. You can see that's what it will look like. I mean, the screen is split into 4, or 2, or 3. I don't know how it will do 3, but split screen is a cool addition. I think that's nice. Now, I've pretty much gone through everything apart from sport mode, and there's not much in the way of sport mode changes. As you can see here, indicators have been added to the driver list in post-race screen. Let me show you what that is. So obviously when you join the online race, you've got all your ratings on the top right of the screen. So we've got A plus S. So then you do the race, then you finish the race, ideally in first place. And then when you get through to the final screen here, as you can see, it gives you a notice if you've gone up or down in rating. So for this one, this is daily race A, so your driver rating doesn't go up or down, but your sportsmanship can go up and down. Something I noticed there, you can see just above me, someone tagged me and my name is up in yellow, so that's another very minor change as well. So for those of us who play sport mode quite a lot, this update doesn't really change a huge amount for us. There's daily races, there's no real changes here. It's very much a single player update. But overall, I think this is a very solid update. There's no question about that. For me, the main thing here is that it shows that Polyphony are still developing this game. It's not just gone into the waste bin forever. They are actually putting time and effort into it. So there's a really good amount of content here, I think. World Circus has been added to. We've got a new track. We've got some new cars. We've got new licenses. So I think this is a really positive change. The game's going in a good direction now, I would say, again, after a couple of very quiet months. Let's hope that this continues. I really hope that we have some more sport mode changes in the future. Some additions to sport mode would be great. Also, some more circuits. And some race cars as well, so who knows. Let me know your thoughts on this update, guys. It's a really positive one for me. Definitely the biggest one that they've had. I mean, they've dubbed it Spec II, so they've really upgraded the game to the next level. But that's update 1.40. Hope you enjoy it, guys. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.